It's Nolan. What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry. Today we're going to be getting into some new music from Beyonce, upcoming music from Nicki Minaj, and of course an upcoming album from Megan Thee Stallion. As y'all know, this is your number one source for music and entertainment commentary and breakdown. So that's exactly what we're going to be getting into today. Before we get into the show, I want to give a big shout out to Miss Venus and the homie Max Lamont, my super insiders. I thank y'all for the super chats the other day, or yesterday rather. I'm gonna go ahead and play Lotto for y'all, and then we're gonna get into the show. All right, much love and respect to y'all. Let's get it.
Ooh, ooh, yeah. Man, I done came up out the bottom. Say, ooh, yeah. Got fresh like I just hit the lotto. Ooh, yeah. They say money can't fix all your problems. Ooh, yeah. Well, I say throw it in my wallet. Hey, ooh, yeah. Man, I done came up out the bottom. Yeah. Got fresh like I just hit the lotto. Yeah. They say money can't fix all your problems. Ooh, yeah. Well, I say throw it in my wallet.
Yeah. So once again, shout out to Miss Venus and the homie Max Lamont. Y'all are greatly appreciated. I saw somebody in the chat last night like, "Hey man, you're not gonna play Lotto? You just got some, you just got some super chats. Do you not play it no more?" We here, you know what I'm saying? And just so y'all know, a lot of these videos are pre-recorded. They're not done live, you know what I'm saying? So when I get a super chat or super thanks or whatever during a premiere, I'm not going to be able to play it live because it's already done. We're just playing a recording. That's why I be live in the chat with y'all still talking. You know what I mean? So just wanted to clear that up in case anybody was confused. But let's just go ahead and get into the news for today. All right. Beyonce, number one, has released a remix to Texas Hold'em. Okay. And it's not just a remix with a new beat. Nah, she took it way further. Well, I ain't gonna say way further, but she took it a nice little bit further. So it's actually a new arrangement. In the first half of the song is very similar to the original, but the second half of the song gets a bounce, New Orleans bounce remix, new lyrics, new up-tempo dance. Definitely gonna be right on time for the brunch, you know what I'm saying, for the brunch crowd to turn up on Sundays. For some of y'all that, you know what I'm saying, y'all be out and about festival season, you know what I'm saying? So Beyonce right on time. She's got all the things. She's doing all the right things with this album. I know that some people are not satisfied with the album. I'm definitely seeing more people that are critical of this project. It kind of reminds me of the first week or so when Act 1 was released and people weren't really ready for the house music. It was like, okay, Break My Soul, that was cool. That's not my flavor, but she gonna get us covered on the album. And as the album progressed, there was more and more house music. There was definitely other influences that came into the fold. It wasn't strictly a house album. Of course, there were more traditional R&B records. There were more danceable records. So it evolved over time, and it looks like she's gonna do the same when it comes to the remixes on Cowboy Carter. So if y'all were looking for more contemporary sounds, it looks like Beyonce's gonna have y'all covered with the ongoing remixes. If you're not happy, and if you're still not happy after the remixes hit, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe this album just won't be your cup of tea and you're just gonna have to wait for Act 3 and see what that is. I still believe that it's gonna be a rock album, so you may just be malcontent for the next year or so off of this and off the next. Beyonce gave y'all a whole career worth of R&B. So if she decides that this is going to be her bookend, which would be crazy if she does, you've got a whole back catalog of 20 years of everything that you could ever ask for, okay? Don't come to me with it, though, because I can't change nothing. I don't have no line of contact with the Carters. I can't put in no personal request for you. So just know J Nolan can't do it. Much love and respect to you, though. Okay? But I like the record. I think it's dope. And I think that it's especially dope that she's paying homage to New Orleans and Louisiana. This is a recurring theme throughout the album. Some people seemed a little confused. Like, ain't you from Houston, but you talking about you from Louisiana? Some people feel like she's playing a character. Some people feel like she's actually embodying her mother in those moments where she mentions Louisiana, like she's kind of putting herself in her mom's position rather than telling her own story. I can't personally say what character she's playing, because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I didn't read that far into all of that. Like, I listened to it for what it was. I enjoyed the stories, I enjoyed the music, but I'm not finna speculate on who she, you know what I mean? I did say some of these songs sound like she's defending Jay-Z and going to war over his ass. Some people definitely jumped on my back about that. My opinion still hasn't changed because that's what I hear when I hear it. And that's just what it is. Right? But salute to B, Queen B. And I'm looking forward to hearing what the rest of these remixes sound like. I don't know if she's going to do the entire album, but that would be crazy. Like a whole reworking of the album with more contemporary modern beats with the same melodies, the same, kind of sampling the originals and turning them into new things. That's crazy, right? We saw actually Alicia Keys do that, and unfortunately, Alicia Keys isn't on Beyonce level. You would think they would be comparative at some point, based on the way that they came into the career, the time period, and the trajectory. But we just don't view her the same way. But Alicia Keys actually did that with her last album. She put out the original version of the album, which she produced and wrote and composed everything herself. And then there was a disc 2 where she took the samples from disc 1 and reworked them into like new beats and sampled her own vocals and all of this kind of shit. I thought that was pretty fire, or at least the concept was fire, But again, if Beyonce does it, it's gonna go through the roof, baby. Okay? So that's what I got for y'all on that. Right? In other new music news, Nicki Minaj did come out and she had some words. I won't say words, but she invited Sexyy Red to the studio. She invited Sexyy Red to come to the front to do a remix for F the Club Up. She gets on Twitter and says, "You got a verse for FTCU? Finna drop the remix at Sexyy Red. Left Pound Town to go fuck the club up. A remix for a remix with a bunch of question marks." Honestly, I think that's a dope move. I don't really care for Sexyy Red, but she is of the moment right now. Everybody is on her jock. Everybody's trying to spend time with her. You got Drake, Soulja Boy, some of everybody vying to be in her circle right now. I think the fact that Nicki gave her that Pound Town remix and she's only continuing to propel herself, this is actually going to bode well for Nicki. It's the narrative has definitely been that she's been on some mean girl stuff. She doesn't play nice with other ladies in the game. So now we're kind of seeing her trying to fix that. Mend fences, try to tailor a new, turn a new leaf, if you will. We saw her extend that olive branch to Ice Spice very early in the game, shortly after Drake co-signed her and she started getting booked and stuff like that. Nicki Minaj signed a partnership deal with Ice Spice. Now with Sexyy Red, being on year 2 of her movement, and she's only going bigger, which is crazy to me. I thought she had already blew her load, but it seems that people really want to see her win. I think that's what's happening. I think that's what's driving her more than anything. Not even so much of the musical quality, but just the fact that people want her to win, right? So Nicki's seeing what's going on, and she's like, yo, all right, she's in my Rolodex. She's the girl of the moment. She's the hot thing. Shit, let's take advantage of it. We're still in good graces. Let's get that remix popping. I did one for you. You still out here. Come get on my shit. Come to Gag City. So I think that's a smart move. I think that's a dope move on her part. Hopefully they can continue to remain cool over a long period of time. Hopefully no fallout comes. And I say that both ways because I don't know what causes all of the fallouts between Nicki and other female rappers. I don't know if that's necessarily her every time. Maybe some of these people overstep their boundaries. Maybe some people get a little too big for their britches and start acting a little Hollywood. I don't know. But we all know when it comes to the common denominator who we look at, especially when it comes to such a big act. Anyway, it does not matter because they're about to get down on a remix and I'm here for it. I think anything that's going to help, propel people's careers is a good look. I probably will check it out and only listen to it once, not because it's a Nicki Minaj song, but because I really don't fuck with Sexyy Red like that as an artist. As a personality, I think she's, not exactly the greatest example out here, but we have other artists that have been bad examples too. So fuck it. Have at it, have fun, get your money, do what the fuck you want to do. Okay? Because y'all really blowing this girl up. In other Sexyy Red news, as a matter of fact, looks like she got thrown out of a school recently. Let me see if I can pull that up because I didn't know anything about it, but it just crossed my radar today. So apparently Sexyy Red ended up getting thrown out of a high school because officials blocked her from entering because she smelled like weed. And instead of just taking her her non-entry and going about her business, she decided to turn up with high school students outside after school. So she waited around until the kids got out of school to turn up with the students. Now, we just saw that this didn't fare that well for that Detroit teacher, right? She did that music video with them students in it. A lot of people is calling her out. She done lost her job. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that 2 weeks ago. She had a song out, and some of the students' parents wasn't feeling the fact that she was a rapper and that she was, promoting sexual activities in the music, having scantily clad style of dress on in her music video. So she ended up getting fired for her extracurricular activities outside of the school. I mean, Sexyy Red can't get fired, but this could cause a commotion with students and parents. So hopefully this doesn't cause too much of a stir, you know what I mean? But let's get to it.
This school put me, I came up here, got you.
Hold on, let me start that over.
Nobody called the police.
So look, so this school put me, I came up here, got you. Try to talk to the kids, get in the water today, they gonna put me on me. Tell me I smell like weed, watch this. He gonna try to get mad. Fuck that old man.
Hold on, y'all.
Bitch, you're nobody.
Bitch, you like I'm finna sit with your
They ain't coming to see you.
I wanted to let her speak, but I want y'all to see how the fuck she pulled up to this school, because this is beyond me. Insiders, what the hell is going on, man?
So look, so this school put me, I came up here, got you. Try to talk to the kids, get in the water today, they gonna put me on me. Tell me I smell like weed, watch this. He gonna try to get mad. Fuck that old man. Bitch, you're nobody.
Bitch, you like I'm finna sit with your
They ain't come to see you, Otis.
Otis?
Bitch. You heard who they screaming for. Hi, y'all.
They could
Bro, me fuck my head up.
They put us out.
So that's Sexyy Red. As y'all saw, I mean, you talking about busty? Come on, man. Like, you going to a high school. I understand that these children, some of them are 17, 18 years old, but you also got to understand that there's some that are 12, 13, depending on, if they got skipped up, whatever the case may be. So you got a range of ages up here, and you coming up and you showing up like you going, I ain't gonna say to the club, but that's how you dress in the club. So I guess we could say that. Like, you you look like you finna go get 60 roses for if you don't know what I'm talking about, the 60 roses, it's cool. Ask a friend. You look like you're pulling up for 60 roses, Sexyy Red. What the fuck going on, man? Like, this is Sukihana 2.0. She's trying to clean it up a little bit. She's not doing like the super suggestive content as far as like, Sexyy Red was putting the cucumbers and all that weird shit. She's not doing that, so I give her that. But, a lot of people are trying to give you this revamp because you've gone to the shortcut and you're not doing the red hair no more. But who is advising you? Who is in your corner? Because you're dealing with Gamma and Larry Jackson, one of the most powerful and one of the richer people in music. Has he not told you, like, hey, we're not trying to change you or nothing, but like, you couldn't zip your shit up a little bit further? You couldn't put a shirt on? Like, you couldn't go to Rainbow? You clearly got the suit from there. You couldn't go to Rainbow and just get you a tank top to go under the shit to where your goddamn whole chest wasn't gonna be busting out the seam, busting. Yeah, it ain't got to be like that for some goddamn school kids, man. I don't know, man. Not at a school. You can do that shit at your shows all you want, have fun on IG, do what the hell you want. But I'm not co-signing that shit, man. I'm sorry. And if I'm if I'm biased, then that's fine. Get by with the biased one. Let me bias you a drink. I don't give a fuck, man. Get her out of here. Anyway, moving on from Big Sexy, we also have an update from Miss Megan Thee Stallion. As y'all know, she's got the whole Hot Girl Summer Tour. Still trying to figure out how they launch a tour before the album comes out. I've never really seen that from anyone, except the fact that J. Cole and Drake did that. I was like, why is J. Cole touring old music when he's preparing to fall off? Like, I don't know what the sequential order is with that or why they're doing that, what the theories are. But nonetheless, Megan got on Instagram and talked to her fans, and she was basically getting people to provide input on what she should do when it comes to her upcoming album. We don't have an album title, but we do have Megan at least speaking about the fact that she's made a lot of music, a lot of different styles of music, and she just needs a little bit of help from the fans in orchestrating the entire thing. I think it's cool to have that conversation, but I hope behind the scenes they already have this thing figured out, because why the hell should we be telling you what to do? I don't know. I mean, you can come inside the industry. I can give you some input, but just for us, the average consumers, I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that, though. Let's hear what Megan had to say.
Song is acceptable. Like, how many songs do y'all feel like y'all want to see? How many songs do y'all want to hear on this album? Because in my mind, I was thinking 14. But I keep recording songs that's so good. Like, I'll be in one mood one week and I'll be in another mood the next week. Like, I was like, damn, I need to rap my ass off. So, like, the first 20 songs I had, I'm just straight rapping. Like, it's just rap. And then I started being in a better mood. I was like, feel good songs. And then I got in a ratchet mood because you know it's about to be summertime, we're about to be outside. So then I started pop that ass music. And I just remember how y'all used to really whack me for making pop that ass music. So I just really wanted to get on y'all ass and show y'all how bad I could rap. So I really kind of like haven't been in touch with my roots. So I'm trying to see if y'all trying to pop that ass. If y'all trying to, what is given? Like, what is given? How many songs should be on the album? And you don't got to worry about the rap, and I'm going to do that anyways. But I'm just trying to figure out, because if it was me listening to an album, baby, put me 12 songs on the album, because that's all I got. That's all my ears got. Because if you overstimulate me, you're going to have me listen to the album all month. 20? Hold on. It's going too fast. 15? 12 is not enough. Okay, but yeah, that's my ears. Because I got things to say. So I was thinking maybe I could drop an A side and a B side. Because to me, it's giving 14. 20? Y'all think 20? Because I got 20 songs to give. That's the thing. Drew 59. I see 14. It's okay, so it's giving 14 or 20. But I really need, damn, somebody said 12 is enough. Don't overdo it. That's what I was thinking, friend. 18, 13. Damn, hold on. It's going so fast I can't. I see 20 a lot. I think 20, I have 20 songs for sure. But I want you to be able to understand the album. I don't know. 15. Honey. I want to go downstairs and show y'all 9. Because he's so cute. I got a cat, y'all.
15 is good.
Holding me tight, loving.
All right, you're having a good ass time. So I think 15 is the sweet spot. She say 12. She had a lot of people in the comments say 20. I think 20 is cool. We getting a lot of long albums these days, and I'm not mad at 20. The only thing about doing a 20 song album is it's a lot of music, but you also gotta have enough to keep people's attention with the 20, right? So if you got 20, you're gonna need good features to kind of break up the monotony of your voice and whoever you're working with production wise. Because a lot of times when people make a 20 song album, you're probably gonna have probably 4 or 5 songs that sound alike, right? And they're not gonna all sound exactly the same. But let's say you got, you know, an R&B-ish type of song on the album. You might fuck around and make an unnecessary R&B-ish record that sounds similar to the one you already got on there, but you're trying to fill up space. Or you may have a specific turn up song, and then you got another turn up song that sounds quite similar to the other one, and it's like you really could have chosen the one that we like. You get what I'm saying? So I think 15 is a good sweet spot where you can have a narrative. You can be doing the rapidy rap if that's a thing. You can be doing the turn up records. You can have your pop features if you have anything like that. I don't know who Megan's been hanging around in the interim while building this album. I don't know if she's going to have, you know, someone like a Kaylani or a SZA. I don't know. You know what I mean? I think that would be a good look to kind of take her to another level, because most of her poppy stuff that kind of takes her to another stratosphere is mostly on other people's records. She hasn't really done that effectively on her projects. You know, the last one was Hot Girl Summer, and I think that was just ill-advised. It was the wrong time for her to make that move, which is why people don't even remember that. Hot Girl Summer is more of a statement. Hot Girl Summer is more of a season. But that particular song, it didn't last long. So I think, again, 15 is probably the best. The dope thing that's working in Megan's favor is that she is an independent artist, so she's able to make the decision. She's able to make all of this happen depending on what the fuck it is that she wants. If she decides to wake up and say, bitch, I'm giving you 20, or bitch, I'm giving you 12, it's fully her decision. She doesn't have label heads in her ear saying, well, we think this is gonna, yeah, this one. Nah, fuck that. Cause these people don't even be knowing what the hell. These niggas don't even know how to put their pants on the right way. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't even be knowing how to match their goddamn socks trying to tell somebody how to put some music out. You feel me? Nah, fuck that. So I'm glad she's able to be in a position of power to where she can dictate that. Very interested to see, again, who she may have on there for features. I'm very interested to see who she's going to have on there production-wise. I would advise that Lil Ju Made the Beat does the majority of the production on the album. I hope that she doesn't veer too far outside the nest. I think a Tay Keith or somebody could also work, but I don't know if they're even cool like that. I don't know where she currently stands with like Juicy J, but they've made some good music in the past. He's produced some shit for her that worked. So I think if she keeps it in that homegrown vibe of people that can do what she does well, that's what we need. Because those other projects, it seems like, you know, she was being somewhat isolated from working with who she wanted to. She was having trouble getting cleared to appear on other people's records. She was having issues with, you know, of course, the label, and they were trying to figure out how to keep her restrained to the label, not have the freedom to leave. So she was also, it seemed like she was giving them duds. Something for the Hotties had freestyles and unreleased in the vault ass tracks, hangout sessions being recorded and all type of shit. So I'm like, yeah, it seemed like she was doing whatever she could to get out that fucking contract. Cause she been banging niggas in the head. The two joints, Cobra and Hiss, like those two records to me showcased an immense amount of growth from her. It showed that she had better music in the tuck that she wasn't necessarily ready to give up. And I think she was motivated because she had so much adversity that she was going through, whether it be, you know, people calling her a liar, the relationship going down under, the situation with Homeboy getting locked up, the shooting. And she had a lot to get off her chest, which I'm interested in hearing, like how that translates in this new project. So it's going to be very interesting. And Also, in other music news, we've got artists coming together to petition against AI. I think this is very interesting also. So hundreds of celebrity musicians are taking a stance against music created by artificial intelligence. On Monday of this week, the ARA, also known as Artists' Rights Alliance, released an open letter urging various platforms across the industry to stop using AI to infringe upon and devalue the rights of human artists. They say, when used irresponsibly, AI poses enormous threats to our ability to protect our privacy, our identities, our music, and our livelihoods. The memo explains, sending the message to AI developers, tech companies, and digital music services. The letter also expresses concerns over the dangers of AI and how it impacts creators. Furthermore, they say some of the biggest and most powerful companies are without permission using our work to train AI models. I'm very much against that shit. Don't be goddamn sending my music through a sampler, having somebody trying to sound low key like me if I didn't sign off on that shit. So I definitely agree with them on that. They say these efforts are directly aimed at replacing the work of human artists with massive quantities of AI created sounds and images that substantially dilute the royalty pools that are paid out to artists. For many working musicians, artists, and songwriters who are just trying to make ends meet, this would be catastrophic. Okay? This petition has been signed by nearly 250 artists. Some of them include Nicki Minaj, Jadakiss, Metro Boomin, Araya Starr, Billie Eilish, Benny the Butcher, Hit Boy, Stevie Wonder, Doechii, and more. The demand calls on the companies to pledge that they will not develop or deploy AI music generation technology, content, or tools that undermine or replace the human artistry of songwriters and artists or deny fair compensation for the work. Okay? As of right now, we don't know how this is going to turn out, if the companies are going to listen. You know, who else is on this list? 21 Savage, I see here. Alyssa Milano, Anthony Rapp, Ashley McBride. Who else we got on here? Black Thought from The Roots. Boys to Men are on here. Bradley Cooper, Brett James. Busta Rhymes is on here. It's a lot of folks. Cardi B and Offset. Shaka Khan. Chuck D from Public Enemy. We got a lot of people. Common. Daisha McBride. Like, niggas is dead ass serious about this shit. Deborah Cox on that motherfucker. Where they found her at? Like, they dead ass serious about don't use my shit for fucking AI training to try to remove me, and y'all going to be trying to take the money for some shit that sound just like me. You know? I know I ain't with that neither. You know, in the past, Ice Cube, Young Guru, and others have spoken out against AI in music. Some people, such as Timbaland, he's a very big advocate for AI. He's been playing around with it. He played with the whole Biggie thing. There was an AI Biggie that he was allegedly training. He came back a couple weeks ago recently. He played an R&B AI thing that low-key sounded like a lot of the niggas that are out here in the industry coming for the Bryson Tillers, the Chris Browns, you know, the new age male R&B niggas. He was like, hey man, this shit sound just like y'all. It made the beat, it made the vocals, it did the lyrics, everything within just a few minutes. And I think that poses a big threat. Somebody such as Beanie Siegel, he's been an advocate for the AI thing, but I understand his position. Beanie Siegel, for those of y'all that don't know, he was in a situation where he lost his voice. I think there was like an accident or something, and it kind of cut something, and he hasn't been able to get back to sounding like himself. Same thing happened to, what's my guy's name, man? The DOC. You know, back in the early 90s, late 80s, he got in an accident as well, and same shit. Vocal cords fucked up. Can't completely talk. Voices got lower. They go in the studio and it just don't sound the same. Kind of got a raspy, whispery type of tone. With in the case of DOC, his voice turned more into like a growl. So I have seen that they've been trying to work with AI companies that can restore their voice back to normal when they go in the booth, so that they could go in, write their songs, record their songs, and then have the AI kind of touch it up to where they sound like themselves rather than what their circumstances have created. I think in those situations, that is a very ethical way of doing things, because the artist is signing off on it. The artist is volunteering to do it, and it's for their personal benefit and gain. But if you just throwing niggas shit in a honey pot and being like, yeah, man, we going whatever comes out, we finna take the game by storm and move some of these motherfuckers out of here. I'm not with that shit. I'm not with that shit at all. Unfortunately, I don't know how this is gonna play out, as I said, because Universal Music Group, Spotify, TikTok, all the big tech companies, despite some that have come out and publicly said they don't support AI, all of these motherfuckers are invested in it behind the scenes. They have their own pipeline of what they're trying to do with AI. So don't be coming out saying one thing out your mouth and shitting out something else out your ass. I mean, I'm just saying. But that's pretty much my video on this. We're going to be coming back shortly talking about some other things going on in the world, but I wanted to make sure that this video in particular was centered around music specifically, so that we don't get into the social media stories, the viral stories and stuff like that. This was all about new music. Before I go, I do want to talk about Made in America canceling. I thought that was very peculiar. Also, with the leak of Doja Cat's new album, I'm glad I'm still here with y'all. Leaking, there is a lyric out there where she mentions Cardi B. Somebody asked her, which song is it that you diss Cardi B? She says, none of them. Get a fucking life. So whatever she said about Cardi B in the lyrics, she's clarifying that it's not a diss. All right. So I just wanted to put that out there in case some of y'all actually heard that snippet circling around on social media. She's saying she ain't take no jabs at that lady, despite what anyone may be thinking. Jay-Z's Made in America Festival has been axed for the second consecutive year. Okay. This is typically a 2-day music festival, personally curated by Hove. They do it on Labor Day weekend ever since 2012 when it was founded. But again, it's not happening this year. A reason for its cancellation has not been given. They say as purveyors of change, the Made in America executive production team is reimagining a live experience that affirms our love and dedication to music and the work we do. We promise an exciting return to the festival. So it's not happening no more. Last year, they did the same thing in August, a month before it was set to take place, citing severe circumstances outside of production. That particular lineup was supposed to have SZA and Lizzo as headliners. But then, of course, Lizzo went through her own legal troubles, and it seemed like she was going to pull out, perhaps. I don't know, man. Don't know. Ticket holders were promised refunds, and organizers said that they were looking forward to returning in 2024. No. They didn't even try to put out a lineup this year. This shit is wild. Now, I came across an article that I thought was very interesting because they said live music is bigger than ever, so why are festivals canceling? So while I'm here, I might as well take a gander at what it is that they're talking about, right? I mean, why not? So, bear with me just a moment. Back in February, Live Nation Entertainment published a glowing year-end report touting rising attendance, increased ticket sales, and soaring revenue for live music in 2023. So, they're trying to understand if all of the attendance is going up, the money is going up, why others are flat out canceling. They say the main culprits, as is the case throughout entertainment, are rising costs for organizers, which is crazy, you know, trying to solidify these locations, these venues, putting the money up, paying the artists. That shit is expensive for sure. Which in turn translates to higher ticket prices and consumer belt tightening in a post-pandemic inflation world. So people don't really have the money, although people have been trying to scrounge and make it happen, looking for entertainment, because we are coming out of the pandemic where niggas is like, man, I had to sit my ass down. Some people that were really safe sat down for damn near 3 years. Some people sat down for a year. Some people was like, fuck it. I'm gonna get this vaccine and test the waters. Niggas was still getting sick. Shit, artists are still getting sick. Motherfuckers are still getting COVID out this bitch, man. Don't believe what the news is telling you. So, yeah. Bloomberg has found that 10 major music festivals, including multi-decade standbys and those with A headliners, have canceled their 2024 plans so far. They took the opportunity to reiterate its optimism about business, whatever. So it's very interesting to me. A lot of these festivals nowadays, they're having to charge hundreds of dollars. I remember when festivals used to be damn near like 60, 80. Some of them joints you could work your ass, you know what I'm saying, for 3 hours and get in for free. Times have changed. It's wild. But I think more than anything, securing these goddamn venues and paying these artists, especially when these artists ain't even great performers. A lot of people are just getting over, just getting by. I'd be canceling that motherfucker too. Yeah. Then, of course, you don't want to have liability. That's also another thing. Like, motherfuckers getting dehydrated and passing out. Niggas getting trampled. People dying. Shootings happening at some of these concerts and festivals that have been going on in the past couple years. That shit is becoming a lot more dangerous. A lot of these younger folks are getting out here, getting their first taste of freedom, hanging out with their friends in a kind of adult-ish setting, and they showing their motherfucking ass. So I think all of those things are contributing to why festivals are rethinking their structure, rethinking how they want to present. It's getting crazy, man. J. Cole has his Dreamville Festival coming up this weekend. If y'all want to know my recap from last year's Dreamville Fest, you could check that on my channel. I put it out a year ago, immediately after I attended. If any of y'all are going and want to know like what to expect, you can also check that video out so that you know, because you don't want to get stuck out that motherfucker, man. Cell phone service is egregious out there. They have a whole list of things that you can't take into the festival grounds. You basically bring your person, and if you got blow up seats, you know what I mean, the shit you gotta stuff like that, pause, no diddy, then you could bring that in. You have very limited stuff that you could put in your bag. So yeah, if you want to know more about that and the experience, check that video out, all right? Again, I will be back shortly with some more content. Much love and respect. Shout out to all my insiders. I greatly appreciate y'all tuning in, helping us keep growing. And if anybody is willing to do me a favor, somebody said that Lovelyti mentioned me in a video recently. I have not seen it. I would love to see it for myself. They said that they were brought here from Lovelyti. I'm like, whoa, did not know about that. Please, anybody, somebody, everybody, let me know where that is so I can see it for myself and show it to my folks. You know what I'm saying? Because she's been in this game doing this for a long time. She's one of the OGs on this YouTube commentary, especially when it comes to black urban and music news. So somebody give me a heads up on what the fuck happened, because I would like to see it. All right? Much love and respect. I'll catch y'all in just a little bit. Don't go nowhere. We are coming back. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some batteries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.